Hey everybody, Pastor Chad here. It's time. It is time to reopen. I know, we've been waiting a while, I know. But here's the thing, reopening is not going to be what we'd all hoped it would be 3 months ago. 3 months ago, what we all thought was, we'll go through this thing, we'll get through it, we'll be done, we'll come back, have a giant group hug in the middle of the room. Not happening. Instead, the reason for this video and the reason you're seeing this today is because we will have plenty of precautions that will need to be taken, and I want to make sure that you know them beforehand so that you are prepared and we can get back to this place. So let me walk you through some of them, right? So in the week before we come back, on June 7th, right? June 7th is our first Sunday back in the sanctuary. The week before we come back, here's what's going to happen. First of all, I need you to pre-register for worship, right? It's the only way that we can figure out how many people are going to be here in the sanctuary, right? So you can do that. There's a Google form on our website. It says reopening right at the top of the screen. You just click on it, and it takes you to a form, and it will walk you through each Sunday. You just fill in, I'm going to be here this Sunday with this many people, and that will help us to know how many people will be here. All right, so you can find that form on the website. I'll also make sure the link is on our social media page. In fact, I will even comment it on this video just for you. So you need to do that. However, if you know somebody who doesn't have internet, who doesn't use social, who doesn't have our website, make sure you're going to give them a call this week and tell them to call us, okay? We're going to call everybody that we know of that doesn't have it, but if you can help us out on that front and let us know, hey, such and such doesn't have it, include them in your number if you'd like to. The other thing is this, Joel and I and Sue are going to use those numbers each week to create a seating chart in the sanctuary, all right? This is the easiest way for us to make sure that you are practicing social distancing. So you need to make sure you get pre-registered, all right? You need to make sure you get that done to us. The other thing we're going to be doing is that the during worship requirements are going to be shared with you at least 3 days in advance, which is plenty in time for right now because you're plenty more out than 3 days. So each of our plans will be shared with you via email, via social, via call, mail, whatever it is you need it by, right? We're going to give them to everybody so that everybody knows what exactly is going to be expected of them during Sunday morning. All the major touch areas in the church, things like door handles, tops of pews, bathrooms, they'll all be cleaned and wiped down before you get here, okay? We're going to be prepared for you on June 7th. Now, we are limiting the maximum number of people in our sanctuary right now to 80 people, and that number is kind of in flux, right? That's kind of our first guess at how many we can seat and still practice distancing. So right now we can seat 80 people. Now, if more than 80 of you sign up, we will discuss having a second service next week. We'll split and do 2 services, so that way we can have 160 of you in here, all right? So make sure you get signed up, all right, because we're going first come, first serve basis on our 80 people who are going to get to be here on Sunday, June the 7th. Now, in our building, we're doing a couple of things differently. First of all, the main entrances, the ramp and the education wing, those doors will be propped open 30 minutes before service so that nobody has to touch them, all right? Your whole point is to limit touching. There will be signs on the doors reminding you of social distancing protocols and at the entrance of the sanctuaries. And then, of course, all of our staff, me, Joel, and Sue, will be wearing masks for Sunday morning to ensure that all of you are safe and we can still have great conversation with you. Now, during worship, here's what you should expect, all right? Here's what you should expect. Now, first of all, if you are 65 and older, we are highly, highly recommending that you follow your state guidelines, all right? We're encouraging you to watch online still, especially if you're not comfortable being out. Make sure you're catching us online. If you're not online, somebody that you know is and can help you by inviting you over and welcoming you into their space, practicing social distancing in your homes, but still being able to get service online. If you have any symptoms, right, and on my paper, this is in all caps, okay? If you have any symptoms at all, any sort of feeling yucky, stay home and join us online, all right? We're committed to having a great online worship experience, and I'm hoping that you've already been tuning in, but if you haven't, it's awesome, okay? So if you have symptoms, stay home. Okay, please don't make me come to church on Sunday, hear you coughing, and make you go home, okay? Please just stay home if you have symptoms. Now, until further notice, we will have no children's programming on Sunday mornings. Your kids are more than welcome to come. We just will not have nursery or children's church going on. Assigned seats, which you'll be given, should be strictly followed and accepted, all right? This isn't fun, guys. It's not like we want to make you have assigned seats. It's not like we want you to have to sign up for church, all right? This is what it is, all right? So please follow our suggestions. Now, masks should be worn, all right? Because here's the deal. If we can't follow this rule, we will be forced to no longer sing, okay? Singing is kind of an up-in-the-air thing for churches right now, okay? We're going to run with it, and we're going to sing, but only if you guys are wearing masks, okay? If you refuse to wear a mask, you have to be asked to leave, right? Or if enough of you are like, hey, masks are uncomfortable and we hate them, then we have to go back to online only, all right? Or no singing, right? So do you want to sing and wear a mask, or do you want to not sing and not wear a mask? Okay, those are kind of our choices we're at right now. So everybody should wear their masks for church. Now, social distancing guidelines obviously should be strictly followed, right? Your goal is to touch as little as possible. Greeters at each door will wear masks. They will remain at least 6 feet from the door, and they will touch nobody, right? I'm encouraging all of our greeters. Get creative with your greetings, right? I don't know what it is. You find it, figure it out. Okay, we will not have bulletins printed or handed out, all right? The order of worship will remain the same, so if you've been here for forever, congratulations. You probably already know what's going on. Announcements, if there are any, will be sent out via email and social media each week as needed. Joel and I are working currently on an online engagement card that will look exactly like our cards that tear off on your bulletin, all right? So those who are already watching online and those who are here in person, we're going to encourage you sometime on Sunday or whenever you're watching it, sometime go on, click the card. It'll be on our website. It'll be on social media. Click on the card, fill it in. It's just like the attendance cards here at church. You can give us prayer requests. You can ask to be baptized. All that fun stuff will be on there, okay? So we're trying to keep you guys engaged as much as possible, even when we can't have bulletins, all right? Greeting time, obviously not happening until further notice. We're not having any laying on of hands during prayer as we have recently until further notice. Offering plates are going to be placed at the entrance of each of the sanctuary. The goal is to put your offering in. Don't touch the plate. Just drop your offering in there. We'll take care of it. If you haven't tried online giving and you have been kind of on the fence about trying it out, now might be a good time to try it out. All right, it's an easy, safe, great. And then finally, communion is being postponed until August, partly because getting the elements for individual servings is difficult this quickly, and the first Sunday of July is kind of a transitional Sunday for when Dan is on his way here. So we're going to wait until at least August, and Dan can make that call once that time comes. And then after worship, we're asking you all to maintain your social distancing guidelines, right? Stay away from each other. Don't get too close. If you want to go to lunch with your family, you do your thing. But while you're here, please obey all these guidelines. So the church building will be closed from after church, and when the last person leaves on Sunday, will be closed until Tuesday morning at 8 o'clock when Sue gets here, okay? And that is so that we can give time for our inside custodian to sanitize all the major spots, tops of pews, door handles, bathrooms, things like that. All right, so for those day and a half, the church will be closed, okay? So please don't come in on Monday or Sunday night even, unless you're in youth group, because youth is here Sunday night. But this is our plan, all right? Is it fun? No. Do I want to have to do this? No. Do we have to? Yes. We have to do what we have to do to love our neighbors, right? I strategically picked my Markle shirt today, right? Because the whole point of these procedures is to love our neighbors, right? To care for the health of those around us and to be for our community. We are for healthy community. So we are going to do these things right now. If you think they stink, join the club, right? Nobody wants to have to do these things, but we're going to. Because we love each other. We love being together. And if that means we have to go through some inconveniences to do it, well, so be it. We're going to do that. Now, if we as a group cannot abide by these things, we will be forced to go back to online-only worship. Right? We won't be able to meet together. We have to follow the guidelines, guys. Right? So I'm excited, right? As much as that's like kind of getting on the horse a little bit. I'm excited to get you guys back in here. I'm excited to be back together again, especially for our last month together. Man, I imagined it differently, don't get me wrong. But I'm excited to see you guys, all right? So for those of you who can make it, make sure you get signed up, all right? The link will be in the comments for our page. Sign up for the June services. Let us know you're coming. Let us know how many are coming with you. We're going to have a great time, all right? We're going to finish this thing strong together, right? We've had 4 great years together, and 2 months of quarantine isn't going to stop it or ruin it now, all right? So we are going to get back to this thing. We're going to do this, and we're going to have an awesome finish together. And so I hope that you're excited. I hope you're ready to follow these guidelines. They'll be published online. We'll get them on the website, all that fun stuff. All right, so they'll be in your inboxes. You'll get it. So that's what this video is for. I'm here to tell you these are what we have to do. This is what our plan is. And this is how we're moving forward. All right, so if in that case, go fill these out. Let us know you're coming. And on June 7th, I'll see you right here in the sanctuary.